Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Hope you had a great weekend. My name is Chuck, and as always, we're here to interpret and share the information that you don't always just see on the listing. Try and give you a sense of the good deals, the things that you want to pick up on. So we have a home. I'm meeting them tonight. It's kind of a semi-link style, just over 2,000 square feet, 9-foot ceilings, very well upgraded, plus a finished basement. Last sale of that model just happened, and I would say that we may even be a little better than that, and that one just sold at $565. So if you're shopping in that range, let me know. I can get you access probably before it's even on the market. And in the meantime, let's talk about today's homes. Really like this one on Jemison Path. Today is actually a good day if you like green space and views. Good solid pick. So Jemison Path, $399. It's a sumac corner, so it's a village townhouse. And I love the views here. We'll see those in just a second. It's got a little main floor den, which I think is handy if you have a home office or even craft room or whatever. It could even be a little guest bedroom, although it is cold on the main floor, so you might want to put a space heater there. Pretty open concept main floor. And I like the layout of this one here, but the real treat for me is the view. That's what you can sit on your balcony and watch, and you can watch the sunsets basically come over here. I just think it's great because you could find a home that maybe has some more upgrades or some fancier finishes for this kind of price, although I do think they priced it really well. But you're not going to find that view, and so I'd rather go in and change hardwood if I don't like the color, or paint the kitchen cabinets or stain them or do whatever, and still be left with the kind of view that this one has. Big fan. One of my favorites of today. So Manly is $479, and it's got 2-car parking in the driveway. This one also has green space behind. So the photos are not good. I don't even think that's straight. I don't know what that's about, but you can paint over that. It's okay. So bad photos. Some buyers are going to turn away from this one just saying, oh, the photos are bad, or I don't like the white appliances. That stuff is all so easy to change. It's a pretty open concept main floor, and that room looks a little small. I guess that's a handy room, not even a room, a little space to have upstairs. And there you go. There's your basement. So you also have a finished basement with a washroom. That's the money shot right there. To get a semi-detached, more than 1,500 square feet with that plus a finished basement at $479, I'm willing to go in and put a little bit of money into this one because I know that there's upside there. So I think they priced it really, really well. This vinyl tile should absolutely be outlawed because it's just hideous, not hard to fix. Okay, you're talking about maybe $1 a square foot to fix something like that, to put a much better looking tile. I like this one. This one has huge potential, and it's a very safe, well, reasonably safe. I mean, it is a bit longer, but it's Manly Lane basically is, if you don't live there, you don't really drive on this street. Okay, next up in, I guess, what's slowly becoming the green space episode, we've got this one on Kavanaugh, $559. It's a Mattamy home. It's about 1,750 square feet. It's a nice front porch. You've got a very small room here. It's only about 7 feet wide, so you have to be careful with what you do in here. Although I think it's big enough, you could probably have like a little kids' play area right here if you wanted to. The more common use would be a home office. Or even like a small, like I almost think about somebody who maybe has a small aesthetic business or something that they just have a little chair set up there and they can run it from their house. Always check the legality of that. I'm not sure if it can actually be allowed, but you get a sneak peek of the backyard. You also get a pretty good sized pantry here with some lighting inside. So it just looks very well kept. There's a little nook for an office upstairs, and they've done the hardwood floors upstairs as well. There is one room here. This is the room. So the bed is right up against the closet, which right away I can say, okay, the room's a little bit small. Even without knowing dimensions, I could look at this and go, is there another way to arrange this bedroom, especially for showings that would kind of not block the window and also not block the closet? But that's your, again, something you cannot change about this one. This size of home usually doesn't go for this price, especially without a finished basement. It's got the quality, it's got the green space. So you never know. So even though Tupper's a busier street, I like this one. I think it's move-in ready. It's got a sweet floor plan, nice open entrance, which you don't find in a lot of homes. Stairs up. You also have the family room on the in-between level going up to the bedrooms. And yeah, it's got everything looks clean, tidy, simple. And I think that the basement looks good. Pot lights. You can even see the doors. Those are not the cheapest doors you can buy. So I always look for those little things like, did they just go bare bones or did they take it up a notch? And the backyard looks good too. This is another thing. Interlock patio like this is probably, I don't know, about $7,500 if you paid someone to do that. The flowers here, those are things that are above the minimum standard, and they show a pride of ownership that I think in most cases you can't fake that. It's a great layout, and if you're okay being on a bit of a busier street, everything else about this home looks great. Now there's actually 2 live-work townhouses in this list, and this one's actually, I could tell from the Mamma Mia's that it's on the inside part, so it doesn't face Darien, it doesn't face Thompson. I'd rather have the street exposure. I know it's a bit louder, especially for the residential part up here. There's a couple shots of the residential here. The thing to remember about LiveWorks is that the financing's a little bit different. There may be HST that applies to the commercial aspect of the purchase, but not the residential. So you just want to make sure you're getting good advice from your lawyer, your real estate agent, and your accountant about how to handle something like this from a financial angle. Beyond that, the rental rate probably hovers between about $16 and maybe $21 per square foot. And then the commercial tenant often pays what we call TMI, which is just essentially, it's almost like a condo fee, which would cover taxes, maintenance, and insurance for the property. So they would have a proportionate share of whatever your costs are to keep it going. So, and then they pay their utilities on top of that. But you're getting your rent on commercial comes in with HST on top. So now you've got, you might even have to register a business so that you can, take that HST and claim it to the government. So again, just make sure that you go in with eyes wide open. It can be a bit more of a complex transaction, probably closer to a commercial than a residential. Now, Snyder is a shining willow corner. And so this is your backyard, this little courtyard right here. And I'll tell you, this house is nice. Boy, they put a lot of money into this one. The garage is moved over to the side, which kind of kills your backyard, but you have that little courtyard. It's still maybe a third of the size of a normal backyard, but what happens is it opens up your whole main floor. And this one is very nice. There's lots of pot lights here. So if pot lights are your thing, this one is definitely a home to check out. So nice. It's listed as a 5-bedroom. Even that shower is lovely. The 5th bedroom is above the garage, and they don't really show it in here. That's pretty cool, by the way. The sauna, or the whatever you call it. Anyway, the 5th bedroom is here, and you access it from the main floor. So it's almost like a nanny suite. Like it's a separate area that it looks like they've got the one with the bathroom, and then you've got your 4 bedrooms over on this side, but they do not connect this way. These ones tend to float in the range, even though the backyard's different, they tend to float in the range of a 2850 square foot home with a finished basement, which in today's market, aside from the upgrades, I would say you're probably looking at around kind of mid-7s. So your premium for all of the extra stuff that they put into this home is probably close to $100,000, maybe a little bit less. And from what I'm seeing here, they may not be that far off. So this would for sure break the record for this model, but it looks great. Now this is another very, very strong pick up in the mid-8s at $859. We've got Wettlaufer, and so it's a Primrose model. I've always liked the way this one looks from the outside. 3250 square feet, backing onto green space. Nice. The one on Holland Rake has almost, there's some good homes in the 800s right now, and there's another one in today's list, a Mara Circle with a pool, but it's just not competing on finishes. The only thing it has to offer really is a pool above and beyond some of the ones that we've seen a little bit higher up in the price range. So just a very well-designed home. Kitchen upgrades are there, pot lights, hardwood floors, California shutters, iron pickets on the stairs. I'll tell you, it's a beautiful house. I think they've priced it right on the nose. Now, it is not often that you find a home with a pool and a pond at $879. So this one on First Line has been around for a little while. It could be that it's not the expensive, it's 1.5 acres, but it's got a lot of stuff on it for 1.5 acres. And there are some people out there that say, hey, I don't want 10 acres that I have to mow. 1.5 is just fine. So you've got renovated bathroom. The kitchen's a little bit old school upstairs, but it's real wood, and you can paint it, and you can do all kinds of cool stuff with it if you choose to. Pool table. To me, this one looks good. Love it. Now, I skipped past the horse farm because I have no idea how to analyze a horse farm, because you've got the revenue potential of the stables and whatever. It's just not my thing, even though I like horses. Nothing against horses or their owners. Ennisclare, 1.199. The thing about this one, there are 6 homes on Ennisclare. There's only 29 on the street. 6 of them are for sale right now. So the for sale signs do come in bunches. Sometimes the neighbor sees them and they go, oh, I think maybe, if we got something like that, our house is better than them. We can get higher than that. That happens. But 6 out of 29 is a lot. They could all be at the same life stage where all the kids are moving out and so on and so forth. But it seems a little excessive, and I would start to ask questions. It almost makes me wonder if there's anything that I don't know in this area that's going on. You have a 1/29th portion ownership over 90 acres surrounding this home. So I don't know what's going on here, but it's 1.199, which I think would put it, third in the list. There's one under $1 million. The highest one I think is 1.89, and I don't know, it looks good, but people are literally going to be going to these homes and pitting one of them against the other in order to get the best deal. I thought that's a great shot there, a great presentation. Let's see what happens. So there we are, 21 properties. If you have any questions, reach out, let us know. We are here to help you make good, solid, safe decisions and profitable decisions when it's time to get involved in the real estate market. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.